It doesn't seem like a year ago that I was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed towing this thing around with a 360 camera on it, getting some really cool shots. But it is that time of year, and this time the City Turbo is coming off the trailer. I'm going to put something else on. I've heard that there may be a full-size Sand Scorcher there. I remember watching the Festival of Speed live stream about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and I remember seeing a Sand Scorcher going up the hill. Now I have two problems. The first problem, and it's the main one, my Sand Scorcher, well, I tried to make it, I mean, I have got the world's fastest Sand Scorcher. I've not seen anyone challenge me, but I tried to get it to go a little bit faster, and well, yeah. So that's the first problem. Now this one isn't so much a problem now, but it was initially a problem. A little while back, Tamiya made a Hilux and they put the Bruiser livery on it. And Tamiya UK have got a full size one. Last year they lent me one of the CCO ones, and I had to put a motor and stuff in it and get it ready to pull this trailer. But I had to be really careful with it and not do the things I wanted to do to it because it wasn't mine. So I managed to find an XB version in Japan. So I have my own truck now for the trailer, and I've thought about getting new parts for this and rebuilding it. But the body's completely trashed. Yeah, everything's falling apart. And if I'm gonna go and drive this thing around a full-size one that looks absolutely immaculate, I needed a fresh build. And I actually had a full kit that I bought a while ago, and I used it for spares on this. But all I actually needed was an arm. And I tried to do like a POV time lapse of this with a camera mount about here facing down and my hands doing stuff. But well, as you can see, it turns out pretty crap. But here it is. The chassis all finished, and I mean, I could have probably painted the body myself, but they can be a bit fiddly. You have to do lots of masking. So I have got someone to do a body for me, which isn't here just yet. I've got a little bit of time before Goodwood, so hopefully it will arrive in the next few days, and then we can mount it on this, and hopefully it will look presentable to take on the trailer. I've got chrome bumpers on mine, got full chrome wheels. These aren't just covers, these are full chrome wheels, chrome front bumper. It's gonna look awesome on the trailer. So let's get Willie off. I got to spend some time last year with Mr Tamiya, the new Tamiya president, and he signed it for me. My first ever City Turbo that I bought, that's been through, well, a few different changes, and it's been in quite a few videos. This is held on by tiny little ratchet straps. It gives it a really cool little scale look. But they do function like real ones. You just can't do them too tight, but they do function like the real thing. If I can find a link to them, I'll put it in the description. They actually ratchet like real ones. I still got some Goodwood grass from last year. Suppose I better give this a good clean. Don't want to put a nice, clean, shiny new build on it and it be covered in dirt and dust.
Dust! Anybody? No?
Right, next job, get this out. It is ready to run, so it'll come with everything I need, but I'm gonna switch it out like I did to the one last year. We're gonna put a Hobbywing Fusion, like crawler motor in it. I'm gonna throw some bearings in it. Now it's my own, now I've got my own, I can do a few changes to it and make it a little bit more of a permanent feature, I think. Like I said, these XBs are ready to run. You can't get them, well, you can't get them in the UK anymore. You can still pick them up on eBay and stuff, but you can't buy them new. They come with a transmitter, NiCad battery, yeah, NiCad, not even nickel metal hydride, that is a NiCad, and a charger that'll probably take all day to charge for about 10 minutes on one of them. Look how nice it looks though, so clean. These XBs are just done well. Expert built is absolutely true. They are immaculate. I'm wondering if I should change the wheels and tyres and get some nice like bead locks with some softer tyres on there. Although I've got a couple of weeks to Goodwood, I'm going to Silverstone to the Formula One in, well, less than 2 days, and then I'm not back till the following week. Then I've got 2 days, and then I'm off to Goodwood. So I'll get some stuff ordered today. By the next time you see me, I would have been to the F1. We should have the Scorcher body, and hopefully I'll have some wheels and tyres for this, and well, we can all celebrate how good it looks. Right, back from the F1. If you're an F1 fan, yes, the ending was an absolute show. But enough of that, because the Sand Scorcher is all finished. Shout out to Jeff who painted the body for me. Absolutely awesome job on there. I've put the decals on. I've added some actual ones that I managed to get. I didn't have all of them, so it's not exactly box art, but if you look at old pictures of Sand Scorchers from back in the day, I mean, a lot of people didn't do the box art, they just put stickers all over. So anyway, it is looking good. The chrome wheels, the chrome bumpers. It's gonna look so good being towed along on this trailer, with some new wheels and tyres for the Hilux, which equally look good. These are 155s, like 1.55 with some nice soft tyres. They are beadlocks, they're off Amazon. I'll stick a link to them in the description if I can get one. A little bit taller than the originals, about the same width, and I'd say the diameter of the rim is a little bit more scale than the originals. Yeah, 1.55s. They fit perfectly. I didn't have any massive issues with traction at Goodwood last year, but having proper tyres on them with foam inserts, I think it's just going to make it a little nicer to drive. 360 camera is mounted and ready to go. I'll see you there. Well, we made it to Goodwood. It is mega hot. It was mega hot last year as well. We're all ready to go. The trailer, I'm hoping it's just the angle that we're at. Let's go up the hill. Come on. Let's get going. Why is the trailer like that? Hang on a minute. I had the hitch wrong. Right. Oh, it's still going to struggle up this hill. I couldn't park as close this time. I had some good passes last time, but we got a very big hill to climb. I'm probably going to have to push it most of the way. There's some pretty cool cars just parked in the public car park. Obviously the best car's down there, my Passat. I made it to some level, well, level-ish ground. I'll fire the 360 camera up once we get in there. Right, we're going to head into the fan zone, but first we're going to have a look at some of these really nice cars that are in, I guess it's the supercar car park or posh car park. So walking into, this is a new thing for Goodwood, this is the fan zone. So walking in here, this probably wouldn't be apparent if you're not someone who makes videos all the time or not, not aware of like content creation. The first thing I noticed when I walked in here was how loud the music was. It was just blaring. And everywhere you walk is just music going. So the problem with YouTube is, as soon as it hears any music, even if it's for a few seconds, you end up getting a copyright strike. So unless you're talking constantly, you end up, you just end up with a copyright strike. So I struggled throughout this whole video to get footage without music blaring in the background. So you'll notice at some points the audio is a bit weird because I've done it as a, just to isolate voice and stuff like that. So yeah, massive. I didn't notice it as much last year, but this year it just seemed that music was just blaring from everywhere. But yeah, so I had a good drive round. The F1 paddock's always good for seeing some cool stuff. But you'll hear me a few times in the video, I think, say how busy it is. This is Thursday. Thursday's usually the quieter time, but it wasn't. It was really busy. Anyway, we got some good footage of it driving around. It turned heads as it always does. And what was cool as well was walking around. I did bump into quite a few people. We obviously all share the same passion for cars, so it was good to chat to some of you guys as well that were there. And well, yeah, it was a good day.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
They're in Lanzante, which I don't know where that is.
Yeah, we passed it, it's up the hill.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I do.
I saw this and I was like, this is something like you would do.
Yeah, I did last year. I had my Honda 6 Turbo.
See you again.
And you?
I haven't painted mine yet.
Have you
If I drive it off into the distance, I think a lot of people think it's autonomous because they can't see me.
Watch your back!
I was wondering who's controlling it. That's it.
It's not me.
Yeah, it is.
It's so busy. So busy. Thursday's meant to be the quiet day. Just at the Lanzante stand now, and I can already see some Tamiyas in cases. I don't know where the full-size Scorcher is, but We might be able to see it just as we go around the corner. Well, I can see it on a screen. Well, there's a Wild Willie, and there's a fast attack vehicle. I think the Sand Scorcher might be on its way up the hill. What we got here? We got some specials, I think. Hornet, Lunchbox, Big Wig, Big Wig, Top Force, and obviously a Scorcher. So I went to the start line to record the Scorcher going off, and I thought when I'm editing the video I can just grab a little bit of footage off of the Goodwood live stream. So live stream all the runs up the hill, and I got some really cool camera angles and stuff. And when I looked at the screen after the Scorcher had gone, there's screens all round, and when I looked at them, the cameras are actually on. They had like fireworks going. There was this year's Goodwood was to celebrate Singer, which makes them, well, if you've not seen any of their cars, they are amazing. Anyway, I looked at the screen and it was just fireworks and stuff going. There was no footage of the Sand Scorcher going up the hill, and I was like, that's fine. I'm sure there's some footage of it. And at the end of the run, I think Mr Tamiya got interviewed and stuff. So yesterday, I spent, I don't know how long I spent scanning through all the live streams, all the footage, and I couldn't find any of it. I think what Goodwood do is it's like a continuous live stream. So when I went back on to find Thursday's live stream, it wasn't there. It doesn't exist. I looked through all the highlights, I looked for everything, and I cannot find a single bit of footage of it going up the hill. I'm sure I saw someone on Facebook put a little bit of it from the TV or something, but I can't find it anyway. So I've got no footage of that. But I managed to get back to the Lanzante stand for when it arrived back with Mad Mike and Mr Tamiya. And as you'll see, Mr Tamiya's reaction to it was pretty good. Here it comes.
How are you?
Here again.
How are you?
What's that?
Like? Good, isn't it? Did you have fun?
Flying up late.
Yeah.
You've made it.
Made it, yeah. Just for you.
So I'm waving. I'm like,
And you got a little grasshopper. Little grasshopper there as well, yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
He loved it. I had a good chat with him. I think that's the fourth time I met him now. He's a really nice guy, and I'm hoping that he keeps Tamiya going for a long time. I also had a really good chat with Mad Mike, but this is the problem when you're like a one-man show. There were some cool shots of Mad Mike and Mr Tamiya holding these up in front of the full-size Scorcher. I removed all the 360 camera for them, sorted it all out, and handed it all to them. But I had all my equipment, my bag, my cameras and stuff like that. And I just bought the skateboard deck, so I was quite conscious of not leaving that just lying around because the place was packed. I'm stood there holding all that, and I didn't get any shots. I didn't get any video of them holding all this. There is this little reel from the Lanzante Instagram account, and you can see them holding this. I had an awesome chat with Mad Mike, massive RC nut. Turns out he's watched some of my videos as well, which was really cool. I mean, for me it wasn't an issue because I got to have a cool chat with him, but for you guys it would have been nice to see probably a little bit of footage. Looks so good. Such a nice replica. The paintwork is immaculate. Absolutely immaculate, which is what you'd expect from a company like Lanzante, isn't it? I mean, they got stuff like this. So, well, I'd have this. This would be my choice. Out of everything here, it would be this. 100%. You know, I said I'd choose that Porsche out of anything. I'll have one of these instead. Or this one. I'm not picky. I'll have this one. And then maybe this for the weekend. Oh my days. I got distracted. It's very easy to get distracted here. It's quieting down now, but it's so busy. Tomorrow's gonna be even worse. I don't even know whether I'll be able to drive this tomorrow. I got myself a cool thing. I'll show you it in a minute. At least it's downhill on the way back to the car. It's making it a little bit easier to get back. I'm still on the first battery. It's a little 2,200 milliamp hour 3-cell LiPo. It has done a lot of, well, I wouldn't say miles, but it's done some distance. I suppose I could check how many steps I've done and we could work it out, but I need water. It is so hot. I need to get in my car. I need to get my air conditioning on. And I think tomorrow I might just enjoy watching some cars go up the hill. It's going to be way too busy. And there we go. Definitely the best car in this car park. Or the best car at Goodwood. And if you know, you know. So day 2, this was the Friday. I didn't bother with the truck and trailer, it was just too busy. I mean, it was busy enough on Thursday, but I did get some cool footage on my phone. I made a few reels and stuff for Facebook and Instagram. But it was just good to get around and look at some of the awesome stuff. And I timed it pretty much to perfection. So when the drift cars are coming back up the hill, they're the only ones who get permission to do some, well, mad skids at the end of their run. There we go, that was the Goodwood Festival of Speed 2026. I had another good time. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this again next year if I go. I mean, it brings lots of smiles and attention, but as it's getting busier and busier every year, it's just getting more and more difficult to actually get around and get some cool shots. But anyway, let me know what you think. Should I do it again next year? And if I do, well, obviously we'll have to get something else on the trailer. A massive shout out to Jeff who painted this body for me. It got so many compliments and it even got a seal of approval from Mr Tamiya with that little touch of the front there.
Oh, it's you. Oh. Yeah.
Wow. Top of the